Hey there guys, Wiki here, and starting off with this week's segment of Fallout 3 parts with something that I've promised to do, and that is to do a little bit of a montage of me collecting some skill books. And the one that I'm particularly interested in is those Chinese army ones. So with every rank that I get with those skill books, I'm able to get increased sneak attack damage. And I'm doing a lot of sneaking. Really complements what I want to do. So, of course, I'm going to be going to several locations, which includes the Chinese skill book, of course. But while I am there, I'll also try to go ahead and nab any other notable loot, which includes other skill books as well. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so our first stop here is the Sac-Cam-Ray Towers, one of the few towers to come across. And from what I found here at this tower is that it's being guarded by the Talon Company once again, so caution had to be prepared. Using the leftover stealth boy that I had, I went ahead and sneaked up a couple of floors, and I did take care of them as I went on. And apparently a ghoul followed inside with me. But nonetheless, I was able to get to the top, and I was able to go ahead and snipe down at the bottom. And they're all equipped with missile launchers. Yeah, stealth was required for this. But after dealing with a ghoul scientist apparently that was labeled hostile, I managed to get one of these skill books, which of course is the main thing we're going for, the Chinese army books. Because I like to get my sneak attacks increased. But we're not done here, because pretty much a little bit to the west is that there is a wharf by the river there. So, see a whole bunch of raiders here? Blam, they're dead. And I'm going to go ahead and execute them nicely, one by one, and apparently there's another pit dog here. A very nice blade. But no more of his. And of course, after taking them out, I went ahead and proceed on looting all the stuff with that nuke, of course. But here's the kicker. While I went ahead and explored for the notable loot, which includes that stealth boy within that boat, but on top of the boat, there was supposed to be a skill book for Nikola Tesla, and I had seen a screenshot of that book being on top of this boat, but for the sad reason for me, mine didn't spawn. So, I consider that to be a bust. Alright, next location, Red Racer Factory. So starting off here, pretty much over a little bit to the east, I believe, there's a home that contains like a raider, I think like 2 raiders from what I saw, and a couple of guard dogs. Actually make that 3. So, yeah, I went ahead and execute them nice and swiftly. Nothing too much. Although, one of the raiders actually was a medicine man, which contained a grenade pistol. And I consider that to be a replacement for the launcher, just because, you know, I like one-handed. It seems more cooler that way. So I managed to snag a guns and bullets off of that counter there, and over by this bed, I found that US Army thing. And I believe that I was one more book away to, get another rank in that. So more weight added onto myself to carry more of my stuff. Always appreciated. And what does that make it now? Makes it up to 2. Alright. And then over to the northeast, we are over at the Scavenger Bridge, and Scavenger has a bunch of own stuff, including those 3 books. Quite of a hefty risk. But then again, my sneak is just way too damn high. Even right in front of the fire, I sneaked and grabbed all that stuff. In fact, I even traded with them afterwards, like he's so unaware. And then lastly, as for books from the outside, there's this Grognok by this overturned radiation container that's a little bit to the south. And making our way inside, excuse me, I climbed up on top of this barrel here, just on top of this here. I'm not even sure that's the proper way of getting up here, but I managed to do it. And I was sifting through all that stuff, getting some nice purified water in the process. I looked a little bit past this tool thing, and I got a Dean's Electronics. Much appreciation on that. Now this one's a little bit tricky here. I'm trying to find this next one. This here is another medicine book. You have to jump down from this catwalk here in this room with these 2 big generators, and you find that by lifting up this here bucket, and there it is. And do I get another rank in this here? Of course I do. Lovely. So this whole place was infested with ghouls here, and things were starting to get creepy as I weighed myself to the top floor of the CEO office. Yeah, you hear that, I guess that electronic echo of sorts? I have not heard that anywhere else in the game, and it was rather creepy. That's why I stayed hidden this entire time. In fact, the story behind it is that apparently there's this scientist who was basically has a bunch of guinea pigs of like ghouls and even super mutants with chips installed in them. And well, let's just say that she's not friendly.
I'm not in the mood for you, asshole.
Yeah, not hostile, but not nice. So not nice that she actually kept one of the brethren within inside of a cage. So it's clearly not nice. I don't understand people these days. Nothing on the Wastelander. However, in the corner, I got the Quantum. I like how he reacts to that. Now, next location is Reclining Groves Resort Homes. Now, you remember that barn where it has those line of bottles there? Yeah, that's the one we passed by earlier. And this one's a bit of a frustration here because the next Chinese book is tucked in a very hard locker, a foot locker, and I either have to have the skill for it, or I need to grab a key. And guess what? The key is tucked underneath this bus. So tucked underneath this bus that I had to no-clip under to get under it. And I've been at this for like a few good, like at least 10 minutes, trying to get this at a very legit angle, but I cannot for the life of me do that. So I had to go ahead and no-clip and grab it, just so I can go ahead and get into this footlocker thing. Even though what I get later on within this couple videos, I don't even need to get the key. It just shows me being very impatient. But then again, if there was another legit way, I would have had to abuse it. Alright, so a little bit to the, oh, what was it? I'm not sure where within the farms. I found, Tales book right there. Again, I don't know which direction. Now this next one right here is pretty specific. It needs to go straight out into the woods here, right up upon this hill here, and I'll point that out within the Pip-Boy in just a sec. But yeah, I come up here and you'll eventually come across this pile of tin cans and such, right here in the woods here. And it's located right in that spot. So once you keep on going right in that exact spot and find a pile of tin cans, then you'll be able to find that US Army book thing. Next up on the list is the flooded metro. So we start off here right near the entrance and we just go a little bit towards, well, it's right here near the entrance. Yeah, that's the first one. This here inside this preservation shelter. Easy little Chinese book to grab with a couple of stem packs and whatnot. But then over there to the west, I believe, I guess. Here we have a bit of a raider camp here, and I went ahead and pilt these guys out nice and easy. I also made a little bit of a mess in the process, but nonetheless, I was able to go ahead and get my hands on that Pillagem Illustrated. And I also, since I knew I was going to get that, I also grabbed in 2 extra ones that I got back from my stash at home, and apply another set of this just to give me some more HP goodness. Let's see, 470, now 480. Nice. And a little bit forward to the west. Oh, I guess this, I started off by going to the east into the camp. Pardon me, I don't know my directions. But anyway, I went ahead and picked up an easy tumblers today, which so far in my progress of skill books that I gotten, so far I thought the most that I ever grabbed was the scientific ones, but instead it's the lockpick ones, which is rather interesting. So those are the ones that are outside surrounding the flooded metro. Now I make my way inside. And as I go inside, turns out that this place has been, if it was flooded, it contains some water-like creatures, which the only one we know of is the Mirelurk. Including a king one. So yeah. So right, a little bit inside this way, right behind this pillar thingy, I don't know what I can even call it. There's a nice guns and bullets. Nice and tucked in there. I almost said Guns N' Roses. Hey, can you blame me? Not really. Makes that a rank 3 on that. Nice. Alright, further down the way, once you get into an area that's filled with traps here, especially when you enter into this room with that that line thing, you'll eventually come across this shocker perched on top of that barrel, and you also get yourself a little bit of a note for you to go ahead and take a read here. Like, thank you for participating in this sort of thing, and some sort of prototype sort of a deal. But yeah, shocker glove. Heck, even though that I'm being specialized with unarmed stuff, I might as well go ahead and, you know, make use of it. In fact, that's pretty much what I said sometime later on. And a quantum. But now the last location that I have on my laundry list of locations, I suppose, is the Mama Dulce's, which is pretty much some sort of like food factory of sorts. And inside lies a bunch of Chinese ghouls, basically. And for a special treat is one of these ones that are cloaked with this very specialized armor, the Dragoon armor sets, which contain things such as these azure barriers and those cyber masks and all that stuff. But the armor itself, you're able to toggle in and out of stealth field. And it uses up your energy cells on its own. So, yeah, no need for stealth boys anymore. Holy shit, that is awesome. That means I'm able to go ahead and easily stealth in and out of places that I figure it's going to be very hazardous. And I love it. However, there's the downside. Since I'm being very stealthy, that means that the armor set itself is very fragile. So that means I do have to constantly repair. But yeah, that was a very huge find, finding that freaking armor. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to easily replace that for like power armor once I get down later on into the game. So it's like, oh man, so ridiculous. But yeah, as we can keep on going on, a bunch of notable stuff, which includes getting that Chinese book yet again. I also found some guns and bullets, Dean's electronics, telomeres today, some tails, a Junktown jerky vendor, a quantum, some pre-war books, stealth boys, even though I don't need those anymore, but I grab them anyway, and a bunch of sugar bombs too. And to finish things off is that one right there. And that pretty much wraps it all up, so now let's go back to live commentary. Alrighty guys, we are now back here with live commentary now, starting off here in Big Town, and we're going to make our way directly to the east, located right here in this section where we're going to be going to next. Not only we're going to get ourselves another copy of the Chinese skill book, but also to get our hands on another bubble head. Had to do it. Oh wait, it's the other way around. There we go. Right, let's make our way due east, shall we? Hello. Wait, what? Excuse me for just a little bit. I'm just like confused. Like, why is there a boat and here's a dock? Did there used to be water here? That's odd. Nothing of interest. Okay, I guess there's nothing in that boat. Might want to go ahead and take a bit of a side trip, maybe. Here's what they got over here. Oh, death clue. I gotta snipe it full out. What? A boat tipped on its side. Do I recognize this spot? I can't see through the tall grass. Well, still enough to kill it. Yeah, why do I get the feeling that I've been here before? I do remember seeing some sort of overturned boat. Like that. Exactly that. So what exactly does this have to offer me? Probably nothing. Well, I do need some sort of a way to get across the water. Oh, I could have easily swum across. But I like bridges. Even though this was unintentional for this to be a bridge. Freaking hopped across. Alrighty, up the stairs. And we have discovered... Can I hear the cha-ching? Cha-ching. Any moment now. So what exactly is around here anyway? Huh. Just simple raiders? Okay. Now the other one is just like... Nah, don't want to move. But dealt with anyway. Now who exactly else is watching me? Okay, suddenly nobody. That's right, we're in Bethesda Ruins apparently. Because I would assume they just wanted to self-insert themselves into this game just because they're located in the same place. I'm pretty sure that's the case. And there's the other one. Give me the rest. Not that. No, get back. Trying to get a good line of sight on you. Darn it.
Scared? Just like a little... Yeah! Tear him apart! Should have stayed in bed today, hero.
Shush. Oh god.
Oh, that came from...
Alright, rat-a-tat-tat time.
Oh!
Ah.
Ooh, I love when they... You want to get close, huh? Huh? Oh!
Of course I do. Just so I can do this. Now as for you, that's just sitting in the back. Fine then. I guess I have to stir up a crazy party or for this to going well. Then I leveled. Although I'm still in danger. Thank you there. Thank you very much. Alright, so what I got planned up is still not touching lockpick or small guns. Yeah, I think it's probably best. Because I still have a bunch of unarmed skill books just to get that HP bonus. Pump some of that in there. Pump some of this in there. And as for... Oh yeah, well, I still mean to go ahead and raise this up as well. Put the rest of it in science. Now, as for the perk. Yeah, I think it'd be wise just to go straight up for the last rank here in Life Giver. And just so the game glitches, just to give you the next rank here. Let's see, I did have this originally on my list of perks to get, the attuned senses. Just when I have this out, my perception is maxed. Although I think it might be overkill at this point, just because I'm like at 9 when I have all the things equipped. But very well, I can go for attuned senses then. Let's see, because how does that look? Oh, now I just go straight up to 10 and then some. I don't know if like additional points beyond that. I know it doesn't display past 10, but I'm guessing it still counts that as being very aware. Okay, you know what? After that battle here, let me just go ahead and eat ya. I just don't give a crap anymore. Okay, well now everything here has been cleared out. Let me go into the first building here. Alright. East office. I was standing straight up. Nah, screw it. Good. Nice fell swoop. Oh, this is ridiculously easy now. Oh, that was cute. Look how easily they fell now. Well, time to go ahead and loot them out of the bodies now. Holy shit. So many fingers to pry. What? That one had... What? Was that part of the... Held by the Raiders group... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well then. Actually, does that make me wonder? Do they respawn? If so, if the leader respawns, does there be another copy? I'm just saying. I do know of one place, oddly enough, that does have a unique weapon where if you kill somebody, that unique... No, wait. That if you kill somebody but then come back later, he does respawn with that said whatever weapon. So you have multiple copies of it if you want. But it's for a weapon that nobody uses, so who gives a shit? I know I certainly don't. But yeah, anyway, since I got that... Nice. Hey, there we go. Oh, grab those things first. Thank goodness, if it tipped on over and just hit on itself, it would have blew up. Actually, I wouldn't know. Oh yeah, I just used it. Things happen when you're unconscious. Right. So there ought to be... Here, we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna sneak past. There's the turret. Go ahead and... Wait, did I just turn that off? No, activate it, then reconfigure it. There you go. Here. Wait, was that the only thing here that's hostile? Oh, man. I thought for sure there would have been more raiders around the corner. I was gonna lure them into the turret. But no. They didn't want me to have fun. But instead, we got ourselves lockpick. And right now, it should be displaying as right here to 100. If I press this key, yeah, it's 107 right there. I think, yeah, the button that I pressed was like, I don't even know what it's called. Backward or forward slash? I don't know which one is it. It's the one above the enter key. That slash. Yeah. I are smart. SMRT and all that shit. Way to drown your own water. Your own water. Implying he drowned in piss. Another one of those silencers. Yeah, I'm afraid at this point that I'm not really making a huge use out of the weapon mod kits now that I'm getting more of a hands on the unique weapons, just because it's whatever it's been modified with is pretty much set in stone. Oh, well, apparently I haven't opened up the safe yet. Getting assortments of loveliness. Okay, here it is. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, that one's a bit tricky to find. Yeah, there's a mini nuke right in that collapsed ceiling from right there. Hi.
It's time. Kick ass.
Shush. You know, I hope you enjoyed your free hit on my head, but what about yours? Because it got knocked off the fuck out, man. Enthusiasm, I know I lack it sometimes.